I'm going to show you a method you can use to solve problems when you have a balanced equation and a problem asks you to use one quantity to find another. So you're going to set up a ratio like this, and on the left side of the ratio you're going to put the information from the problem, and on the right side of the ratio you're going to put the information from the equation. So on the left side you're going to put your unknown as an x on top, and the known information or given information is going to go on the bottom. And then on the other side you're going to put some combination of the coefficients and the molar masses off the periodic table. It's very important that on the top you have one substance. So let's call that substance 1. And on the bottom you have the second substance, which we'll call substance 2. So let's use that to try a couple for practice. So here's an equation, and the first thing we have to do is balance it. So you should notice that there's 3 carbons on both of the sides. On the left-hand side there's 6 and 3 makes 9 hydrogens, and on the right side there's 5 hydrogens. So the hydrogens don't balance right now. On the left side there's 1 nitrogen, and on the right side there's 1 nitrogen, so that's good. And on the left side there's 2 oxygens, on the right side there's only 1 oxygen. So let's just take a look at it for a minute and see what we can figure out. I'm going to put a 2 here and a 2 here, and that keeps my carbons balanced, but it gives me an even number of nitrogens, and I'm going to put a 2 here to keep those nitrogens balanced. So now by doing that I have 2 times 6 is 12 hydrogens, plus 6 more makes 18, and on the other side I have 2 times 3 makes 6 hydrogens, so I need to put a 6 here to get the hydrogens to balance, and that makes 6 oxygens on the right, so I'm going to have to put a 3 to get the oxygens to balance on the left. Okay, now let's solve the problems using that equation. So I'm going to write my ratio out, and again the information from the problem is going to go on the left. So I see that I have 93 moles of propene, and this substance is propene, so I'm going to put that on the bottom, and then on top I'm looking for moles of oxygen. So the top is about the oxygen and the bottom is about the propene. Okay, now I'm going to put in the information from the problem. Since these are both about moles, the only things I need to put on the right are the coefficients. So on the top I'm going to put oxygen's coefficient, which is a 3, and on the bottom I'm going to put propene's coefficient, which is a 2. And now I'm ready to solve. So to solve this you would do 93 times 3 divided by 2. That's just cross multiply and divide. Okay, let's take a look at the next one. It's a little bit more complicated. So we're going to make that ratio again and take the given information that we have, 27 moles, and put that on the bottom. And those are moles of acrylonitrile, which is the C3H3N. Okay, and then on the top we're looking for a mass of water. So the top is going to be about water, and that's going to be X, but this time it's grams. So now on the other side we're going to put the coefficients. So acrylonitrile has a coefficient of 2, and then water has a coefficient of 6. And where this problem is a little bit different from the previous one is that our unknown, our X, is going to be measured in grams, so in parentheses here we have to put the molar mass of water, which is 18. And the way that I got 18 was to take 2 times the mass of hydrogen and add the mass of oxygen, so that's 2 times 1 plus 16, which gives me 18. And now you would solve. So the math you would do in your calculator to solve for this is 27 times 6 times 18 divided by 2. And that's just cross multiply and divide again. Okay, last one is the most complicated of all. So we're going to make the ratio again and take the given information and put that below the bar. So 1675, and those are grams, and these are grams of propene, which again was the C3H6. And then on the top, we're looking for a mass of acrylonitrile, which was C3H3N. So this is our unknown, again in grams. And the next thing we're going to do is put in the coefficients from the equation. So this is a 2, and this is a 2. And now, since both of these are in grams, in parentheses, we're going to have to put in the molar masses off the periodic table. So propene is going to be 3 times carbon's mass, which is 12 on the periodic table, plus 6 times hydrogen's mass, which is 1, and that's going to be 42. And acrylonitrile is going to be 3 times 12 for carbon, plus 3 times 1 for hydrogen, plus 1 times 14 for nitrogen. So 36, and 3 is 39, and 14 makes 53. So we're going to put that in here. So now when you go to cross multiply and divide on this one, you would do 53 times 2 times 1675 divided by 2 and divided by 42 to get the answer.